tenebris look it. Oh, in the merry month of May, when green buds they were swelling, young Jimmy Groves on his deathbed lay for the love of Barbara Allen. En non ci ande caisquet.
Club against gun, friend. We both know who's gonna win that one. I've been tracking you for the better part of 2 days, Black Eagle. You shouldn't have stopped to collect another scalp. Chingachgook, would you like to do the honors? Take him back to the fort. I'll be right behind you.
No, Hawkeye. Come with me now. This woman dances with the devil. A man should keep his distance.
Thank you. I'll bear your counsel in mind.
I will know the taste of your heart, white man.
You know, you almost got your top knot lifted. Black Eagle has been scalping everything that moves and collecting the French bounty.
We would have managed.
Are you lost?
I have walked some 500 miles from Massachusetts and have never, not for one moment, been lost. Do I appear to be lost?
Well, I can't rightly say as what you appear to be, but you appeared to my friend to be a demon walker.
Then you had best not trifle with me, had you?
No, ma'am. I don't reckon you're one to be trifled with.
Excuse me, ma'am. Would you happen to know if I'm gonna die?
What's your name, son?
Gabriel. I was a tow-headed baby, so my mama named me after the angel, Gabriel. She needs me now. Mama does. I should be home. I'm the only one who knows how to do the sheep shearing proper.
Rest yourself, Gabriel. You'll get home. I promise you, you'll get home.
What's that? You captured him.
That we have?
I heard he particularly favored women and children. Yankee women and children.
I will show them how little they have to fear.
I will be free again, and I will take 10 scalps in revenge. 10 scalps of Yankee children.
The next time you see the outside of my stockade, you will be swinging at the end of a rope. Johnson!
Sir!
Shackle him in the parade ground. Let us keep him on display for the time.
Easy there, Johnson. Colonel wants to interrogate him.
Stop. The pestilence. Where's the pestilence?
How'd she know that? How'd she know we got the fever here? She knows because she is a demon. Death walks with her.
I must go to the infirmary. You have put it in the tavern. So to keep the pestilence outside the fort.
What are you doing? You'll have these men dead of chills.
The poisons, they must be released, and the perspiration must be allowed to escape.
And who are you? Are you trained in medicine? What are your credentials?
Credentials I have none. Trained I am, though. And what of yourself? Do you even know what ails these men?
No. I wish I did.
'Tis called bone break fever. The convulsions are what so rack the body, sometimes hard bones break. Lord, you sweet little lamb. You are burning up with fever. You look so like someone I once knew. He is little more than a boy, isn't he?
Yes.
They need you back at home, do they not? 'Tis the middle of sheep shearing season, and you are trapped here. You will be well. Well and healthy, and home in time to shear all the sheep you like. Show me your pharmacopoeia and make haste.
You've not yet shown me why I should place my confidence in you.
Because you have no choice. Mercury, sulfur, calomel. There is more here to torture man to death than to ease his suffering.
How did you know what you did about Gabriel?
How would you be thinking? By some dark power.
Why would I think that?
That which is no more than simple observation and common sense is often misinterpreted. Small-minded men fear what they do not understand. It is easier to brand a woman a witch and hang her.
No one here at Fort Bennington would ever harm you.
You actually have something of use here. I will show you how to brew this into a tea. His hands. The boy's hands. They are calloused from the shears and yet soft. Soft from the sheep's oil. Plus, the boy positively stinks of mutton. What in the name of all that is holy are you doing?
And who, my good woman, might you be?
Taylor, she has come to help nurse these unfortunate men back to health.
If you bleed this man, he will die.
You question the decision of a surgeon in His Majesty's service.
This is what they need. Herbal infusions. I can gather enough to cure the lot of them from a meadow I passed not 2 miles from here.
Chalmers, I must have my men restored to health. What do you know of these infusions?
I know them to be useless. Would you listen to the mindless prattle of a mad woman?
Oh, how dare you? I am Hester Adams of Danvers, Massachusetts, and I have saved more lives than you have taken with all your black arts.
You speak of black arts. Was not Danvers once known as Salem, site of the trials that rid that village of an infestation of witches?
Hester, you were correct when you said that some small-minded idiot would try to brand you a witch.
Elizabeth.
Taylor, what possible harm can her infusions do? She is well-versed in folk medicine.
Folk medicine. Strange folk indeed who traffic with the Dark One.
Butcher! Your kind took everything I loved on this earth from me. I will not be spoken to, nor will I stand silent.
Enough! Private, escort this woman out. See to it that she does not return to this infirmary.
Elizabeth, the fever wort, there is enough for one. Use it. You saved that boy.
I can find my own way!
There's no need for that, Hester.
You can tell me that when you've got rank, Hawkeye.
More question of manners than rank, soldier. Now let her go. What seems to be the problem, Mrs. Adams?
Your captain makes a poor welcoming committee, Woodsman.
He's not my captain.
No matter, I will be on my way.
Why do you help the demon, Hawkeye? To bring more illness in the fort?
I would cure the illness, not cause it.
Pay him no mind, Hester. He's nothing to you.
Nothing. Unchain me, and I'll show you what I am.
Why, so you can run to the French and tell them of the sickness here?
The French will not kill you. The Yankee let the demon woman in the fort! The Yankee killed themselves!
He speaks nonsense.
Do I? Do you believe she's not a demon woman?
Hester,
The Yankee killed themselves!
Tell me, Scout, has she bewitched you also?
all I did was afford her safe passage to the fort, Taylor.
In return for?
A smile and a kind word.
I was present when she assailed Dr. Chalmers. She was severely lacking in kindness.
Maybe she wasn't given a reason.
Do you believe in witchcraft, Hawkeye?
I believe that there are those who can see what I cannot see, hear what I cannot hear.
And is this woman one of those?
Don't believe I know her well enough to make that judgment.
The Puritan process is rather simple. We could place her in water and see if she floats.
That would seem to be more of a test of whether or not she can swim.
We could look for the devil's mark on her. Shave her head, strip her naked. What think you, Scout?
I think we'd be more likely to find the devil's mark on the searchers.
Really?
Now, come on, Taylor. I never figured you for one who believed in the netherworld.
Oh, what I believe. Hawkeye, I could care less if she can hear what I can't hear or see what I can't see. But if she can heal what I can't heal, she gives me troops I need to kill Frenchmen. And if that power comes from some dark place, what does it matter to me?
Well, the king would admire your feelings. I'm not so sure about the Church of England.
Yankee will die! The demon woman will kill your soldiers! She is the devil! And the devil kills!
Private, the Huron has been in public view long enough. See that he is thrown into the stockade. God.
You must stop that surgeon.
Is it not enough that my command is down to less than half strength? Must I now have my orders questioned by a civilian?
Taylor, I have always known you to look after the men who serve under you. I ask you, look after them now.
Is that not what I am doing? Chalmers is the finest surgeon in the colonies.
But what harm can it do to let Hester try her tea for a day or two?
It is impossible. I cannot countermand the orders of a trained physician in His Majesty's service.
All right. Answer me but one further question. Answer it honestly, and I will bother you no more. Have you ever seen anyone as sick as your men are recover from a bleeding? Answer me honestly.
At this moment, I am serious about one thing and one thing alone. Restoring my men to health before the French catch wind of our weakened state and mount an assault.
Yes, but you can't possibly mean you intend to dose your men with any of that woman's infusions.
If it would return them to service one day sooner, I would dose them all in the king's own bath water. But for now, only one man will be treated as a test.
One man, you say? Well, and I shall set about to bleed the rest of them immediately.
No. For the next 24 hours, the only blood I shall countenance being shed is the blood of Frenchmen.
There are those who would find it most interesting to learn that an officer in their command is using witchcraft to treat his men.
I have given my order, Doctor. See to it that it is obeyed.
Hawkeye, thank God you haven't left already. Where's Hester?
She left.
She left?
Well, you'd do the same if you got the kind of welcome she did around here.
Well, we don't have enough of this, and I don't know where to get more. I'm not even certain as to what it is.
The Delaware call it no bene. We call it feverwort. My mother used it on us when we were children.
Well, we need more. A lot more. Enough to treat every sick man in this fort.
What if I recollect correctly, there's a whole field of the stuff not far from here.
Well, that's exactly what Hester said. Hawkeye, could you...
I could.
Thank you.
They were swelling. Young Jimmy Grove on his deathbed lay for the love of Barbara Allen.
When he was dead and laid in his grave, her heart was struck with sorrow. Oh, mother, mother, make my bed, for I shall die tomorrow. You have a lovely voice, Woodsman.
Why, thank you. I've won my share of hog calling contests. I thought you would be back in Massachusetts colony by now.
I was not running home. I, too, came to collect the herb.
Ah. But of course you never, ever get lost.
That is right.
You just picked an alternate route.
Yes, exactly.
Right. Because you never, ever, not for one moment, get lost.
Well, perhaps for one moment.
Yes, one very short moment.
Yes. You should come over here because you are missing all the best plants.
much beef in there. Take a bit back.
Take a bit back? I never heard that before.
It's not for me. For a savage.
Oh. In that case, put a bit of rotten cabbage for him as well.
You'll like that. You're not coming down with that fever too, are you?
I might be at that.
We're all like to die of it. There's not a doctor born can cure an epidemic brought on by the forces of darkness.
How's that?
The Puritan woman. She's a witch.
No.
Aye. Savage said so herself. And they know. They're all in league with the devil.
Well, that's the God's pure truth.
And you can feel it, can't you? The spell she's put us all under. The French don't get us. And the fever don't get us. She will.
I do feel it now she mentioned it.
We're gonna have to be doing something about it. By and by.
Well, count me in.
Supper! Sorry, it couldn't be something you savages fancy. Like a piping hot bowl of dog guts. Wake up, you filthy savage. Get your bleeding food. Well, don't tell me the fever saved the hangman a job of work. Won't be needing that trinket where you're going, will you?
I say, Captain, are you convinced that this is the Huron who's making many atrocities for the French?
Oh, Black Eagle is the one, all right. But before we begin torture, we will try a few bribes. He is our last hope of finding out how likely the French are to strike. Guards! I'm afraid, Captain, that our last hope has escaped.
Why do you not rest a minute?
Well, Elizabeth, in a minute to fort, we ought to be getting back.
Moment of rest will not hurt. Shields gave Elizabeth 24 hours.
When we met, you were wearing a widow's peak. How did your husband die?
Are you afraid I cast a spell upon him? Do you two believe me to be a witch?
I believe you could cast a spell on any man, Hester Adams. And I don't believe you'd have to use witchcraft to do it. And now that we both know you're not going to turn me into a toad, would you like to answer my question?
It is a sad tale. My husband was bled to death. Just as that fool of a surgeon proposes for those young men back at the fort. We married young. Too much in love to wait. I was with child when he fell ill. He wanted so much to be healthy in order to help me that he called for the doctor to attend him. And when this practitioner came to us with his leeches and lancets, I made a mighty protest. And I was ordered to hold my tongue. And God forgive me, I did. I held my tongue even as they drained my husband's life from his body. The child died the fortnight following his father. After I laid each of them to rest, this earth lost its hold on me, and I swore that no power on it would ever again force me to hold my tongue. So I was cast from decent society and thrown to the fringes where other troublesome women dwell. I have spoken too much.
No, you have not.
If we tarry, we will not reach the fort by nightfall.
We've got to get back to the fort.
Are you not coming?
Black Eagle is heading to the French to tell him about the epidemic. I can't let him do that.
I do not want to leave you.
You'll be safe. They're headed north in the
No,
fort.
no, no, it's not that.
Hester Adams. Those men need you back there. Especially the ones that aren't but boys.
Nice of you to stop by. Could have used your help earlier.
I wasn't here earlier.
I know.
I heard the noise.
Good.
How many were there?
Black Eagle +4.
And the devil woman?
They weren't afraid of her.
They are Huron. They don't know anything.
Then they should be easy to catch.
Let's go.
He seems improved.
I'm certain Captain Shields would enjoy holding off the French with an entire company of just such improved soldiers.
Dr. Chalmers, Captain Shields has given me 24 hours. Perhaps you would like to return when the time is up.
The surgeon stays. The time for tea sipping is over. Chalmers, begin the bleeding.
Immediately, sir.
Taylor, you promised me I could...
Elizabeth, we are threatened with annihilation. Action must be taken. Swift, decisive action.
Taylor, please!
Chalmers, what are you waiting for? Cure my men.
Hey, what are you doing? You nicked me with the shears. Are you an angel? Have I been called home?
By his mercy, you are still alive. Do you see? Hester's medicine works.
Her witchcraft, you mean?
No, her healing. I would think that you would be happy to see this boy restored to his health.
What does it profit a man to cure his body when he loses his immortal soul?
Witchcraft or no, it makes little difference because we do not have the witch.
Would you mean me?
I have enough fever ward to cure every man here.
Oh, Captain, I insist.
Chalmers, if she be a fiend from hell, all the better we should send a few French home with her. Minister to them all, woman, but for God's sakes, cure them.
If you believe I should let this pass, you are sadly mistaken.
Come.
They split off here.
But why? The French are to the north.
Black Eagle swore he'd take scalps. The Mitchell farm is this way across Bear Creek.
Quicker to go this way, cross at the rapids.
There's still 5 of them. I'll take 2. Good. That leaves 3. You take the extra one. Why do I have to take the extra one? 'Cause you're taller. What has that got to do with it? Everything.
Nice work.
The extra one!
Can you keep an eye on this till I send help?
You going back to the fort?
Yes, I mean to see that Hester Adams is safe.
Go. I do all the work around here.
Chingachgook. The English want Black Eagle alive.
They always want things the wrong way.
Chalmers shall have the final word. Of that there can be no doubt.
But surely the man recognizes that he's been fairly beaten.
Oh.
The men recovered.
Well, his kind recognizes nothing fair. This is not a game I play for the first time.
Hester, you have nothing to fear. Taylor is many things, but he will not allow you to be harmed.
Things happen at night, Elizabeth, that most men would not allow in the light of day. And yet they happen. I wish Hawkeye were here. Elizabeth, tell me something. Is Hawkeye promised to someone?
No. I mean, I really wouldn't know. I don't believe he is.
And yet I felt it there within him. A bond of some kind to another woman. I knew if I pursued him, he would have moved away. He is a man of honor. Once bound to a woman, he would follow her to hell.
Yes. I believe he would.
It's witchcraft, I'm telling you. And her and Black Eagle are in it together. There's no other way of explaining how he vanished from my stockade cell when I never opened up that door. She helped him. You mind my words. Witchcraft! No other explanation.
But I heard she cured them all.
Her? It was him. The stench of brimstone in that infirmary when those poor damned souls opened their eyes was enough to choke a God-fearing man.
Him? You mean the devil?
Aye. The doctor says it's a very common occurrence, this.
Satan brings an epidemic, then sends one of his fallen angels to cure it.
I felt it the minute Hawkeye brought her here. When she passed by me that morning, I came all over with the fever, sweating, and the chills.
Why do you reckon they drove her out of Massachusetts?
What? Hey? Well, I'll be damned if we should just sit here. They got rid of her in Massachusetts. We can get rid of her here.
Aye.
I say we destroy the witch. Who's with me?
I'm with you.
coming for me.
No one will have you. Hurry. This way. You'll be safe here, I promise.
No, Elizabeth, I will never be safe in your civilized world. I see that now. You bid Hawkeye adieu for me.
Hester, you will see him tomorrow. Hurry.
What is it that you want at this hour? No quarrel with you, Mrs. Shields. You send out the witch, we'll trouble you no further.
Mr. Alcott? Mr. Diderot, I'm surprised to see you here.
Please, Mrs. Shields. Life here is just too hard without letting in troublemakers. You know that!
But tell me this. Aren't your parents Huguenots? In your homeland, the French think that you are troublemakers. And you, Mr. Alcott, I believe your family to be Quakers, considered by the English to be troublemakers. And you, Herr Berger, your family in Pennsylvania, they're Amish. The Prussians think that they are terrible troublemakers, don't they, Herr Berger?
Are you all to be swayed by a woman's prattle? The demon inside has cast a spell on her. Now you all know what has to be done here.
I say we listen to the doctor! Hang the witch! Hang the witch! Look what you've done to my hand!
Could have been a lot worse. Now, I don't believe that there is anything left for you gentlemen to do here this evening. As for you, Doctor, Johnson here may need your services. No one else will.
That is not your decision, woodsman. There is a witch inside, and you shall rue the day and suffer for consorting with her.
There's about as much truth in that as there is to your doctrine. As to what I suffer, I don't believe that that's your decision.
Thank you.
Well, I didn't mean to interrupt your sermon. I just didn't think all of them were listening. How was Hester?
Hester. Where did she go? I don't understand. You admired her, didn't you?
I did. She's a woman to test the mettle of any man. A woman to walk the long road with.
She said the same of you.
Did she now?
I wonder how she managed to escape the storage room, let alone leave the fort.
Well, I can't rightly say. But would Would you mind telling me who that fella is? With the pointed ears and the pitchfork.
A most remarkable woman came into our lives at Fort Bennington. The nearest I can come to describing Hester is that she carried with her the spirit of healing. But I can openly attest that my own spirits were greatly lifted when Hawkeye chose not to follow Hester into the dark wilderness which surrounds our small sheltering circle of light.
All in the merry month of May, when green buds they were swelling, young Jimmy Grove on his deathbed lay, for the love of Barbara Allen.